Hey guys, RedPandaMining here. Hope y'all doing well, having a really great day. Today we have with me a new WhatsMiner M60S. This is the new Bitcoin miner from WhatsMiner, and it is the most efficient Bitcoin miner out today as a residential home miner. This thing does 188 terahash at around 34 to 3500 watts, and so it is one of the most efficient Bitcoin miners out today, and I'm gonna give my opinion right now that this is going to be better than the Bitmain S21. I'm gonna show you guys some numbers in an Excel sheet that I made, and also during that live stream we did a lot of testing, and yeah, this is basically on par in terms of efficiency to the new Bitmain S21, which is not even out yet. All right, so that's actually one of the pros regarding this WhatsMiner M60S. It's actually out now and available to buy versus the Bitmain S21. So more opinions, I'm just going to tell right now. I'm going to get that out of the way, and then we'll go on talk about the testing that I've done with this, and of course we will also turn it on in this video. You can see I don't have it on now because this is actually very loud. We'll do some sound testing later on in this video. This WhatsMiner M60S, okay, this is an extremely well built ASIC miner for Bitcoin mining, and in the past WhatsMiner have come out with many different versions like M30Ss, M50s, and yeah, these are extremely resilient, very well built machines. I have personally never heard of anyone that has had an issue with their WhatsMiner compared to Bitmain's offerings, you know, S17s, S19, S19 XPs, and there's been plethora amount of issues with those. I'd say with the S19 XPs notably, also the S17 batch. I'd have to say the S19J or S19 Pro models for the Bitmains are, I would say, been pretty good, but some people have had some issues notably. But of course, in a way, I feel like Bitmain has also manufactured a lot more in that regard. But Bitmain's track record has not been perfect. So where does the new WhatsMiner M60S come in? Well, in my opinion, I think this is going to be a better buy than the Bitmain S21. Okay, the Bitmain S21, we're just unsure of the quality. We're not sure if it's going to have many problems, as you know, we've seen a lot of manufacturing issues with a lot of Bitmain models in the past. You guys know my Bitmain X5. I don't have it here anymore. It died, and I've had a lot of issues with my Bitmain XP. And I've been hearing a lot of other people have been having issues with those models as well when it comes to Bitmain. So now, regarding the price of the WhatsMiner M60S, okay, so thank you to Crypto Miner Bros who sent this to me. This model here is available now on their website. It is a new model, which is one of the most efficient, because regarding the hash rate and the power consumption, which I'll get into in a second here, I'll show you guys the numbers. But just looking at the price of this thing, you know, it is around $5,700 right now in Crypto Miner Bros. And the S21, the Bitmain S21, which is not even out yet, okay, they said they're going to be shipping out in January. Who knows if that holds true or not, is around $4,200, okay, or maybe less depending on which batch you get. So there is about $1,000 to $1,500 price difference, okay, between the Bitmain S21 and the WhatsMiner M60S, which is available now, okay, so things to consider there. And also the build quality, okay, which I just talked about before. So you can base your decisions on that. Anyways, now let's talk about the efficiency of the new WhatsMiner M60S here. So the model that I received was a 188 terahash model. We did do a live stream, and we were able to get stock just 192 terahash at around 3,495 watts. So that is an efficiency, joules per hash or watt per hash, of 18.2, okay? The advertised Bitmain S21 is 200 terahash, 3,550 watts, so that's an efficiency of 17.75. Now, granted, in Bitmain's past, with a lot of miners I've tested, the numbers they advertised, it's really low. So I'm gonna say tack on another 100 watts or 200 watts, and it's going to be an efficiency of over 18. So it's gonna depend on your environment. All right, depending on the heat and what your temperatures are going to be, the fan speeds, they're going to draw more power. So I'm going to say it's going to be over 18 watts per hash for majority of the people out there. So going along with the WhatsMiner, there's 3 different power modes, okay? Low, normal, and high. So the high power mode, which we tested, we were able to get almost 200 terahash on this WhatsMiner M60S, which is pretty cool, but it was drawing about 3717 watts, so that's an 18.5 joules per hash or watt per hash, okay? So I mean, still pretty good, beating out a lot of the older generation Bitmain S19 XP. It's beating out the Desaway miner K10 Ultra, which is at 20.5 watts per terahash. Now, the big win here is the low power mode for the WhatsMiner. So in the web GUI, there is a low power mode, which you can select there. It's just low. And we were able to achieve, after about an hour of testing, 175 terahash at 3105 watts. That's pretty good, 3105 watts. And that was an efficiency of 17.74, making this WhatsMiner M60S the most efficient Bitcoin miner, I would say, for residential miners on the market today. Available now, okay, 17.7. Now, you guys may see an M63S here. That is a hydro miner, which does almost 400 terahash, but at 6,660 watts, that is, you need 3-phase power to power this M63S, okay? So that's home residential miners will not be able to power this 3-phase model here. All right, so 240 volt power for the M60S here, and that is a 17.74 watt per hash, making it the most efficient Bitcoin ASIC miner out today. This is just an insane ASIC miner. Just to show you guys here, Ethernet's here. We got some LED indicators here, reset button. There's also a mini SD slot here, and of course a C19 to C20 plug, which it did come with the cable. I was actually surprised. I was very surprised that it came with this C19 to C20 cable. Okay, so I'm gonna plug it in now just to give you guys the sound coming out of this thing, which is just insane because it has 140 mil fans. Okay, your typical Bitcoin, S19 has the 120 mil fans. I have an S19 here, 90 terahash model, 120 mil fans. So if we go back to here, the 140 mil fans, which is one on the front, and of course one on the back, this thing screams. So I'm gonna show you guys that example right now. Okay, this is really loud. We're going to just put it on an angle because it's going to sound like a jet engine and also going to blow tons of air. It was blowing tons of stuff on my desk when we did that live stream. Okay, so without further ado, let me put my camera down. We're going to turn this thing on. You guys are going to hear the full power of the WhatsMiner M60S. Here we go. Oh, that is loud. Extremely loud. Okay. Alright, so it died down a bit. Alright, so when it's at max fan, okay, it's about 90 decibels. When it starts ramping up again, we'll get a reading. You see that? You guys see how loud this thing is? It's just insane. So it's going to depend on the temperatures, right? It's going to auto fan and stuff, and depending on the scale of where your environment is, how hot it is, the fans are going to ramp up and stuff. So yeah, I have it actually on low power mode right now, and it seems to ramp up over time, over 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, we did test that in the live stream. Thanks to the gentleman who told me about that. It did take a while for it to ramp up in terms of the software. The terahash, okay, so it starts going up slowly from 5 terahash to 50 terahash, and then stays there for a good 10 minutes, and then jumps up to 150, 180. Yeah, so it slowly ramps up between 15 to 20 minutes basically for the WhatsMiner M60S here. So there you guys go. That's generally a little overview and giving you guys my opinion in the beginning here. Do I think this is a great buy? Yes. As of right now, if you were to consider if Bitcoin were to go up, to new all-time highs, this model would be worth 10, 15 grand, I think, at that point. Because, of course, the Bitcoin halving is coming. That's another thing to consider. Let's just actually, I want to do that actually, just with you guys real quick here. So the Bitcoin network hash rate, of course, is going up to new all-time highs every day. And we're going to hear this thing ramp up real soon here. But let's just say, the Bitcoin halving, right? Of course, it's going to bring the block reward down from 6.25 to 3.125. So if we were to do a quick calculation, if Bitcoin were to go to 50K, all right, $50,000 at the current difficulty, which we all know will change, but just generally around there, this thing will still be profitable at about $2. Okay, $2 a day. But at the current price, let's just say Bitcoin was just, you know, at the current price as of recording this video. Oh, hold on, it didn't change it. Let's change it to 35,000. That's what Bitcoin is right now. Okay, this thing, if the Bitcoin halving happened, this thing would then be breaking even with Bitcoin at 35,000. Okay, so that's just one thing to consider, right? Of course, in my opinion, by the halving, which is in like 5 or 6 months from now, as of recording this video, right? The Bitcoin price is probably going to be a lot different. Could be a lot lower, could be a lot higher. So due diligence, if you're deciding to buy one of these, you know, we don't know if the Bitcoin price is going to be a lot higher by then. So maybe you can technically buy these a lot cheaper by then, or if the Bitcoin price decides to start ramping up over the next, you know, 5-6 months pre-halving, we don't know, right? Past history, if you're going by that, the halving didn't really push the Bitcoin price up until maybe half a year or a year later. So we shall see. We don't know. Things can change all the time. Bitcoin is very volatile, as everyone knows. But if you guys are deciding to buy one of these now, considering all the risks, considering the quality of this, considering that's available now, and depending on your electrical cost, of course, this WhatsMiner M60S could be a solid buy for you now, and could be worth more a lot later in the future. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this. Again, thank you to CryptoMinerBros.com. If you guys are looking to purchase one, link down below. Use coupon code RedPanda for $50 off this M60S, WhatsMiner M60S. Such a beautiful machine. Very good build quality, and I love the low power mode, which I will probably be running this at. And yeah, it's just tuning right now. So, all right, I'll see you on the next video. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good one. Peace out.